So the palace has responded to the little CRYFEST interview that Harry put out with the BBC, and that is not even fully released yet. When it does get fully released, we will report on it. But from what was released, he's essentially blaming his father, blaming his family, and not taking any accountability for anything, which is exactly what we expected. The only thing that's missing from this little crap interview CRYFEST was him shedding tears, because it was just however long this was, of minutes long, because it's only been partly released, right? It was minutes long worth of him bitching and complaining. He said things like, there have been so many disagreements, differences with me and some of my family. This current situation has now been ongoing for 5 years. Yes, because of you, Harry. With regards to human life and safety is the sticking point. It is the only thing that's left. No, the only thing that's left is that you go the hell away and shut up and take your fake black wife. Of course, some members of my family will never forgive me for writing a book. Are you trying to say, why do they care so much about I wrote a book? Why can't they just let it go? Why can't they get over it? That's what that says. If someone was to tell me that, I'd be like, really? Really, dude? Never forgive me for writing a book. Of course, they will never forgive me for a lot of things. Yes, like being a douchebag. But I would love reconciliation with my family. There it is. There's no point in continuing to fight anymore. Yes, because you lost. That's the only reason he's saying that right there. That right there. He's only saying that because he lost. If he would have won this security case, he'd be on top of the world. Meghan Markle would have posted something on Instagram. Oh, look at my partner. Kind of gay. Oh, look at my partner. He's so happy. He just won. He just won his security case. That's what she would have done. We all know it. He's only doing this because he lost. Family, there's no point in continuing the fight. As I said, life is precious. Oh, now life's precious. I don't know how much longer my father has. He won't speak to me because of this security stuff, but it would be nice to reconcile. And then, literally, I mean it when I say this. Literally, minutes, maybe not even minutes, maybe not even 1 minute, seconds later, he then blames his father, and he says, there is a lot of control and ability in my father's hand. After saying that life is too short, he then blames Charles. Okay, ultimately this whole thing could be resolved through him. That's essentially what he's saying right there. With those two statements, he's putting the whole thing on Charles. Ultimately, this whole thing could be resolved through him, not necessarily by intervening. Not necessarily, okay. But by stepping aside, allowing the experts to do what is necessary and to carry out an RMB. And to all of that CRYFEST, okay, what the palace, very, very simple statement from the palace. All of these issues have been examined repeatedly and meticulously by the courts with the same conclusion reached on every occasion. Basically saying, shut the hell up, client, douchebag, and quit crying. And I think this right here, that's a perfect statement from the palace. I got to give it to him. That's a very, very good statement. Short, barely even 2 sentences. Or actually 1 long sentence because there's commas in the middle. So I think that's a perfect statement to what this guy, the only thing that was missing in that little CRYFEST interview was tears.